Shalom, Kahalo Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shabbat Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle with David. All right. This lesson is going to go into just a little update on things in general. And I mean, the end of this world is going to culminate in nuclear bombs, nuclear fire. And what is going to cause that is World War III, okay, which hasn't been declared yet. But if you understand and are watching what is going on, it's already underway. And other people know that, not just the prophets of the Lord. All right, so World War III is about, I'm going to say three things, okay? It's about money, right? Because that's what the Karagma, the MOTB, is about money, all right? And where money is going in the future is going digital, all right? Which is why all the monetary systems are being devalued right now and getting rid of cash and going into CBDC, okay? So that's very important. And then you have the other two that I've been touting all week or for the past couple of weeks, which are the nuclear bombs and the UFOs. Okay, so money, nuclear bombs, and UFOs. This is what these last days are about. Okay, because you got to have the CHIP, right? These three things have to be in full swing before we get the hell out of here. The changeover to the CHIP, which deals with money, okay, is dealing with money. And only a nigga would be so stupid to say sleeping with white women or something stupid like, an embargo, okay? An embargo doesn't have to do, embargo has to do with trade, not currency, all right? And the embargo or the sanctions, if you will, that were put on Vlad are actually making him more money. All right, he's doing real well on sanctions because everybody's buying his oil, and India is coming up. Well, and this guy's going to go into it. All right. And then there's another thing with Scott Ritter's been gone for a while, but I was just watching his live right now, if it's actually live. All right, they could be he could be in trouble, and they could be staging some sort of F flag. But we'll get into that briefly. All right, so let's start right here at Isaiah 13 and 17. Behold, I, that's the Most High, will stir up the Medes against them. Them is Babylon. Okay? Look, I will stir up the Medes against Babylon. That's who them is in the King James. Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight. Silver and gold are money. Okay? And these are the important things going into World War III. Money, bombs, okay, and UFOs. All right, but right here, this is basically saying Russia can't be bought off. All right? They cannot be tempted by silver or bribed with gold. They can't be bought off. All right? Going into money. And now they are getting their CBDC together, and they're getting ready to administer the CHIP as well, letting you know that they're all in lockstep with the NWO, other than the only thing that they're not agreed upon is who's going to run shit. And that's why they're fighting. Another reason they're fighting is because the Most High is controlling. He's doing that mind control. I will stir up. Okay? Well, what did he do to Pharaoh? He hardened Pharaoh's heart. His heart is his mind. stirring up is doing that. It's the same thing. He's hardening Pharaoh's heart. Pharaoh, in this case, being Vlad Putin. Okay, stir up. Okay, let's see. Stir up, stir up. It's basically the same thing. All right. Hardening would be, to make him go against the Most High. Let my people go. Most High hardened his heart, changed his mind, hardened his mind so that he would say, no, I'm not going to let him go. In this case, stir up means I'm going to get you ready to fight. Okay? Where's that at? I'll put the Medes in motion. Arouse. Stir up their ire. Arouse their ire. Okay. Let's see. All right, get enough. There was another one in there. It started with money. So lock it, bear with me. Contemporary English. The Medes can't be bought off with silver or gold. And I am sending them to attack Babylonia. Mosiah is sending them. That's what it means by stir up. I'm going to send them. I'm preparing their head. Okay? All right, so the Medes are Russia in this case. Babylon is America. Babylon the Great. All right, who's actually running the EU is the woman, the scarlet-clad woman that's riding on the beast, which is the NATO and the EU. Okay? So sometimes you got to go to some sort of financial guy, if you would. And this guy's a clown. All right? Him and his Jesus Christ. But let's listen to what he's saying. Because he's looking at it from a I'm going to get rich perspective. All right? Much like the Rothschild. What was it? Who was it that, was it Rothschild with Napoleon? The Napoleonic War? I forget which one it was. But that's how they got rich, is they lied about who won. And then they hedged their bets on the stock market. Well, that's what this guy believes he's doing. He believes he's going to get rich if he trades on the market in the right fashion while the war goes on. Okay? Not knowing that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to win the war and get all the spoils. So let's listen to what he's saying. This is AMTV. It's today the 21st? I believe it is. So this is yesterday. Warning, the last one, the final war, World War III, could be declared over this. So he's letting you know. It hasn't been declared yet. Now, he's going to say that it's going on. And he's right. But it hasn't been declared. Okay? So let's see what he's going to say. And this is good information to put in your bag, if you will.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Green, I believe that Franz Ferdinand moment is about to pop off. So I'm putting...
And Franz Ferdinand, that goes back to World War I, when the Archduke got shot. Okay? I believe it was Austria, if I'm not mistaken.
Just kind of an instinctual warning. I want you to be aware of this. I believe they've set the stage. Again, they demolished the Georgia Guidestones. They've, even with the $50 bill, if you take that $50 bill.
All right, now this is witchcraft. All right. All right, you got your Baphomet. They're going into this whole Hoover Dam thing. Right, they've been doing this. This goes back to 9/11 and the Twin Towers coming down and blah, 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 blah. This is high-level witchcraft, and this is how this devil, he works. But you see Chris is going into all of it. All right, so he's not exactly stupid, but yet from the spiritual end of things, he's a clown.
Hold it, you'll see that it has the Hoover Dam, which just had a minor explosion yesterday. They did what they just did over the last couple of years. Fortune 100 is signaling an economic collapse and a financial depression, which I'm going to get to these stories in a minute, and things in Ukraine, the proxy war that will pop off. I believe we are already in World War III, and the historians will actually prove that point. Whoever writes and wins the war will write the history books that we are engaged in the geopolitical conflict now.
Well, the books have already been written. This is what nobody says. And this guy claims that he knows Jesus Christ, right? Point is that the books are already written, dummy, and the outcome has already been disclosed. And so you have no understanding.
And while Americans are distracted by cultural politics, like with abortion and other issues, they're not really paying attention to what's really going on. So stay prepped and stay vigilant. I'm Christopher Green. Please like and share this video.
Okay, now what he's getting at is his money. All right? This dude is about his money. That's what makes him who he is. If he got all of his money taken away, this fool would jump out the nearest high rise right after shooting the kids.
And get it out to your friends and family that need to be aware of this critical information. So I wanted to update you here, and I'll shrink my head here for a minute. Moscow threatens the West, not just the United States, but also Europe, as it's annexed various Ukrainian territories. Again,
okay, so this is very important because the more ground that Russia lays claim to, okay, he goes and takes Kiev, for example. Right? He claims it as his own. And if anybody comes to take it back, which won't be the Ukrainians, it's going to be NATO, it's going to be whoever coming to help. He's like this, oh, is that you, USA? Oh, you got troops over here? Well, now we're going to Babylon. He said, whoever gives aid or whoever launches a counter attack, right, then you're in this thing too. Okay, so this goes into wars and rumors and threats and reports and news. All right, we'll get that.
Annexed various Ukrainian territories. Again, this has been going on for years now, but now officially annexing more territory and redrawing the map. Okay.
And what he's specifically talking about is the annexation of Crimea that happened in 2014, because everybody knows that there's going to be a counteroffensive by the Ukraine on where? On some shit that goes back more than 10 years. This is where they want to attack. They want to attack Crimea, which Putin annexed, 12 years ago now? Or coming up on 10, Slovakia. All right? And then any other. See, apparently he's taken all of these places. This is now Russia in the red. And he says, if anybody goes in and does anything in here, whoever did it, we're coming after you.
So to speak, which has been done before. If you look at World War I and World War II and what was happening with that encroachment, and then Pearl Harbor, and now have this to say within the last 24 hours, just recently updated, says that any attack on a recently annexed territory that Russia now controls, okay, in the Donbass, if I'm saying that correctly, the eastern and southern ports, which they're now taking over, it is a whole attack on the state of Russia. And so, just like NATO, with its articles, will treat any kind of conflagration event of any of those member states as an act of war. Vladimir Putin has now just escalated, along with his officials, an act of war. Now, of course, Biden's been printing all kinds of fake currency, billions of dollars to go towards this war. They're considering sending elite fighter jets as well. And so this only tells me with the troop movements, the UK Admiral recently telling us that they're preparing for World War III with their troops, and now just like the escalation of the general rhetoric. Again, guys, I've been reporting on this for years now, and this is heating up quite fast. Let's take a look also just economics today, and I reported on some of this earlier with my live stream. Google has now paused hiring till the end of the year.
Now he's going into money. Okay. Which money has to do with the war as well. Okay. All these things do. Russia issues brutal Ukraine warning, like an attack on Moscow. All right. Warning. What is this? This warning is a threat. If you step into my territory with a weapon, okay? So I don't want this to go on forever, but you get the point. You can go back and watch the rest of this if you want to. It's only 13 minutes. AMTV, July 20th, warning. All right, so let's get that real quick. All right, let's get, I do this in the World War III daily update all the time, so, which gets a lot more traffic than this does. This is Matthew 24 and 6. Matthew 24 and 6. Read it in the King James. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. Okay? And Vlad saying, if anybody comes into my annexed territory, the territory that I just took, right, including Crimea, which happened 10 years ago, right? So let's go down the line. Wars and rumors of wars, right here in LT. And you will hear of wars and threats of wars. This is a threat of war. Russia issues brutal warning. That's a threat. If you come, look at it, come in my area. And what is he gonna do? Come to my area and what? Come to my area and this. Where is it? This. Okay? This is what he's saying. We got nukes, fool. You ready? Are you ready? NATO? And he's specifically to who's got the next most nukes in the world? First Russia, then who? Then USA. Then what? China and on down or whatever. But Vlad is saying this. If you come trying to take the land back that I just stole, here's where it's going. Look at this. Okay? A picture tells a million stories. 8 million stories in a naked city. Babylon the Great City. All right, so check. This is where we're at. We're at the threatening. You will hear of wars and threats of wars. Rumors, 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 rumors. Aramaic Bible and plain English. It is going to happen that you are going to hear battles and reports of wars. Good news. You're going to hear the noise of battles close by and the news of battles far away. What do the men of the Lord want to hear? We want to hear they went into Crimea. They launched a counteroffensive, right? Who would be doing that? Would it be just the Ukraine? No. It's going to be NATO. All right? NATO's training. Okay? And all of the weapons that they're sending over. Okay? The weapons that they're sending over, when the U.S. sends weapons to the Ukraine, who's operating them? The Ukrainians? It takes years to train with those weapons, all right, to operate them, to fix planes. Who's fixing the planes? Who's repairing them? The Ukrainians? No. They're sending batteries over there. Whole groups, right? It takes so much just to operate one plane. You got people on the ground, all right? Just to fuel it. There's a battery of troops. Anyway, so let's watch this real quick. Let's go to Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm says this. Where's that at? Hold on. Hold up. Hey. He said something about Scott Ritter. Where is it? Censorship, I'm grateful. Spokane. I guess he took it down. Okay, so how about Gonzalo Lira? Tanks in the streets, food prices. Let's see. See if I can find it real quick. Bear with me. Gonzalo Lira on Scott Ritter. See if this comes up. Where's Gonzalo? See, Gonzalo disappeared. They grabbed him up. And then Scott Ritter was gone for a minute, couple of weeks, and now he just popped up. Let's see. I think I'm going to be able to find it. Let's see. Let's see, it might be on Scott Ritter. Let's see if he said anything. Because he just popped up right after they said he's missing. And he has been 13 days ago, 2 weeks ago. So this is on right now. Anyway, he popped up out of nowhere.
Every Ukrainian politician, every Ukrainian bureaucrat, because Ukraine doesn't have an economy that works. So we underwrite everything. So we send money to them. If there's a battalion commander, he is responsible for getting that money and paying to his soldiers. If the soldiers are dead, you have to report them up and they get death benefits to the family. But if they're missing, they still get paid. And guess who gets that money? Battalion commander, the regimental commander, the brigade commander, the division commander.
Now this sounds like an older interview that somebody, see, anybody could just pop that up on there, and this guy has gone missing. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Scott Ritter missing. Has anybody said anything? 3 weeks, 3 years, a month? can't find it. Anyway, let me try Johnny Storm one more time. Can't speak of. Amazing discovery. He must have took it down because he showed up. Because he had a little announcement from Gonzalo Lira that this guy Scott Ritter had gone missing. So, and Gonzalo knows because he got grabbed up by the Ukrainian goon squad. Anyway, so he's there. Scott Ritter's back. Keep your eye on him. So, hey, according to this guy, that's all I have. But according to this idiot, where is he at? This guy, AMTV, Christopher Green. Okay. World War III could be declared over what? Okay. Over the announcement by Vladimir Putin that if anybody goes in or tries to take back any land that he's taken, then you're in this thing. He's going to use nukes, albeit maybe tactical nukes because it's too close to home, but the nuclear war has started. That's what they're saying, World War III. World War III is about money, nuclear bombs, and UFOs. All right, so I just wanted to touch on that real quick. We hope that the elect will edify you brothers and few sisters. With that, we can say shalom.